So here's the GTD 787 quad receiver, and this unit's a little confusing. If you've used it before, you've noticed that these group numbers are not available on all the receivers in the unit. So channel A is limited to groups 1 through 4. Channel B is limited to 9 through 12. Channel C is limited to 5 through 8. And channel D is limited to 13 through 16. Those are the group numbers here. Now, so they did provide me this chart, so that shows you for a given group and channel what the actual frequency is. So this is helpful for assigning frequencies when you've gone through and figured out what your intermodulation free frequency plan is. What I'm going to show you here, and I've got RF Explorer set up, is that these units do indeed have intermodulation products. So as a test, I've set up 3 transmitters on these frequencies, which should create an intermodulation product at this frequency. In order to do that, these first 2 frequencies are only available on group 2, which is channel A's group 2, and group 7, which is actually group 3's frequency list from the channel C receiver. So what I do on their chart is I've written in these group numbers here, and makes it really easy to find a frequency. So if you're looking for group 2 channel 8, that would be 2, and then you go to 8, and that says 554,250, 554,250. That's what we're looking at. Okay. So right now all I've got are 2 digital TV stations nearby that are showing up. So I'm going to turn on the first transmitter. And the way I got 2 transmitters on channel A is I went ahead and set this to 2.1, then synced it, then I set it to 2.8 and synced that one. So I've got, obviously there's no receiver assigned to one of these, but it doesn't matter because I'm worried about transmission here. So we just turned on unit 1 at, let's see, that one's 2.1, which is 552,500. So let's go here. I don't know what we got there. Yeah, I think I saw it pop up. Oh, 552,500. Now let's turn on the second body pack transmitter, which should be 2.8, which is 554,250. Close enough, huh? All right. And oh, what's this? Could that be an intermodulation product? Could this be an intermodulation product? Let's see if they go away when I turn it off. Interesting. Okay, now we're going to turn on the third transmitter. It's on 7.1, which is 565. And wow, look at all these intermodulation products. Wow. All right, well, it predicted there would be one at 566,750, so let's poke around here. And there it is, 566,750. And that is stronger than some of the local TV stations I have. So that I feel that would definitely interfere with a transmitter on that frequency. And there's nothing in the manual or the documentation that would help you solve that. You have to use these third-party tools to come up with a plan, and then implementing that plan is another challenge. You can see, look at the spectrum. I've got all of these guys showing up now. I'll turn off one of them. And you can see it starts to quiet down a bit. I'll turn on another one of them. Yep. So this system does generate intermodulation products, and it's very hard for you to set them up with the tools GTD provides you. They provide you 0 tools. These frequencies, these are not banks that are designed to avoid intermodulation products. They're literally just steps of 250 kilohertz from 550 to, well, for this unit, to 590. What's a little frustrating is in the manual, which I have right here, it's funny, it's smart, hardworking wireless, blah, blah, blah. This is almost verbatim a Shure SLX manual text. You can't download this, by the way. It's not on their website. Single system setup, multiple system setup. Set all receivers to the same frequency group. Well, group selection. You can't actually do that because all the receivers they're on different group numbers. So, like I said, they've broken up the entire frequency range into these 4 blocks, and each of the receivers in the quad rack unit only gets the access to each of these blocks. So you can't set them all to the same group. You can only set the first receiver to group 1 through 4, second one to 9 through 12, and so on. So if you were just reading this manual, you'd think you'd immediately get stuck there because the group number selections aren't even available. So what you can do is try to find an intermodulation calculator. I use an old copy of SIFM. It's a tool that Sennheiser made. And go ahead and drop your frequency range into it. Calculate some frequency plans that are intermodulation free. And then run them past your local TV station list that you can get. I think Sennheiser has a wireless frequency finder webpage where you can put in your address and it'll show you all the local stations and what the output power is, or what the power is that you'll see at your location, and try to find a frequency plan that is distributed evenly across these blocks, because you're going to have multiple of these racks. So I've encountered places that have 3 or 4 of these units, and you're going to have to try to you'll get like maybe 3 or 4 frequencies over here, and 3 or 4 here, 3 or 4 here, and 3 or 4 there. If you get them all over here or here, then you've got 2 receivers you can't even use in the system. So you don't want to do that. I actually would just recommend you not buy one of these. I know they're cheap, but there's other issues with them, and I'm sorry, but good wireless systems can be had from Sennheiser. The EWD, I think, is like $400 for a set. That's a transmitter and a receiver. You can get microphones from bodymics.com for $100, so about $500 per. I know that that's more than these systems, but you're going to reach not only a intermod limit. It's like I was only able to design a system that could do up to 11 for one location, but the frequency ranges that they've got available don't really line up with stuff that's open in the United States. So before you buy any wireless system, you want to go on Wireless Frequency Finder on Sennheiser's website and see what channels are open in your area. And you want to buy the system that has the frequency range with the most open channels. Don't just buy whatever system's on sale or whatever. And all your stuff has to be in the same frequency range. So for the EWD, like R1-6, I found was the best for my area. The receivers have to be R1-6. The transmitters have to be R1-6. And that system is able to get 30 channels easily at the location I'm looking at.